What would you do if you came home and found your entire family murdered? Now imagine that police begin to suspect the only survivor. At first, it looked like a brutal hate crime. A wealthy Filipino-Australian family had been slaughtered inside their own home, and racist graffiti left on the walls seemed to point investigators toward an unknown attacker. But as detectives peeled back the layers of the crime scene, the evidence told a different story. The fingerprints, the timeline, the lies, all pointed to someone the victims trusted the most. This is the story of the Gonzales family murders, a case that shocked Australia, devastated the Filipino community, and ended with one of the country's most infamous murder convictions. Before they became the focus of one of Australia's most notorious murder investigations, the Gonzales family appeared to be living a successful life. Originally from Baguio City in the Philippines, Teodoro "Teddy" Gonzales, his wife, Loiva, and their children moved to Sydney after the devastating 1990 Luzon earthquake. Teddy rebuilt his career as a respected immigration lawyer. Friends described him as hardworking and devoted to providing a better future for his family. Loiva was known as a caring mother who placed great importance on education and discipline. Their daughter, Claudine, was bright, responsible, and preparing for university. Their eldest child, Joseph Sef Gonzales, appeared to be an intelligent young man with a promising future. To outsiders, they looked like a close family with everything going for them. But appearances can sometimes hide problems that few people ever see. As Sef entered university, expectations from his parents remained high. His parents believed he was succeeding in his studies. The truth was very different. Sef had failed several university subjects. Instead of admitting his failures, prosecutors later alleged that he created fake report cards and forged university documents to convince his parents he was passing. For months, and possibly years, the deception continued. Every fabricated grade bought him a little more time. But lies rarely stay hidden forever. Eventually, his parents began asking questions. The pressure inside the family reportedly intensified as the truth started to emerge. Investigators later argued that Sef feared disappointing his parents and losing financial support. Tuesday, July 10, 2001, began like any other day. Members of the Gonzales family left home for work, school, and daily routines. By nightfall, everything had changed. Late that evening, emergency services received a frantic call from Sef Gonzales. He told operators he had just returned home. Inside, he claimed, he found a horrific scene. His father, his mother, his younger sister, all three had been brutally killed. Police rushed to the home. Nothing could prepare them for what they were about to witness. The house showed signs that someone wanted investigators to believe it had been the work of outsiders. Spray painted on one wall were racist slurs. The murders were shocking. The victims had suffered multiple stab wounds. Another message appeared to imitate gang graffiti. At first glance, detectives considered whether the family had been targeted because of their ethnicity. News reports quickly spread this theory, but experienced homicide detectives were not convinced. Something about the crime scene felt unnatural. The staged messages appeared too deliberate. Instead of answering questions, they created even more. Police began reconstructing the family's final hours. Forensic specialists examined blood patterns. Every fingerprint was documented. Every shoe print measured. Every telephone call reviewed. Witnesses described seeing Sef near the family home around the estimated time of the killings. Detectives also examined his movements before and after the murders. As more evidence was gathered, investigators found inconsistencies between Sef's account and the physical evidence. The timeline he described simply did not match what forensic experts believed had happened. The investigation slowly shifted in an unexpected direction. The grieving son was no longer viewed only as a witness. He became the primary suspect. As detectives dug deeper, they uncovered evidence that prosecutors later argued pointed to planning rather than a spontaneous act. Financial records were examined. Computer activity was analyzed. Witnesses were interviewed repeatedly. Investigators alleged that Sef had researched violent methods and discussed family problems with others before the killings. They also argued that he stood to inherit a substantial estate after the deaths of his parents. The prosecution would later claim that several motives came together. Fear of his academic deception being exposed, pressure from strict parental expectations, financial gain through inheritance. The defense, however, challenged the prosecution's interpretation of the evidence and maintained that the case was circumstantial. Ultimately, it would be up to a jury to decide. The trial attracted intense media attention across Australia. Jurors listened to months of testimony from forensic experts, police investigators, friends, relatives, and specialists. The prosecution argued that Sef carefully planned the murders and staged the scene to resemble a racist attack. The defense disputed many aspects of the prosecution's case and argued that there was no direct eyewitness to the killings. After considering the evidence, the jury returned guilty verdicts on all 3 counts of murder. The judge sentenced Sef Gonzales to 3 life sentences without the possibility of parole. The court described the murders as among the most serious category of homicide. Following his conviction, Sef Gonzales continued to maintain that he was innocent. Over the years, he pursued multiple appeals seeking to overturn his convictions or challenge aspects of his sentence. Most of these efforts were unsuccessful. In later years, legal proceedings continued regarding new arguments, but the original murder convictions remained in place. The case continues to draw attention from legal analysts and true crime researchers because of its reliance on forensic evidence, circumstantial evidence, and the prosecution's reconstruction of events. More than 2 decades later, the Gonzales family murders remain one of Australia's most widely discussed family homicide cases. For many, the tragedy is remembered not only because of its brutality, but because it shattered the image of a successful family whose struggles were hidden behind closed doors. The investigation demonstrated how forensic science, patient detective work, and careful examination of evidence can uncover a story very different from first impressions. For the Filipino-Australian community, it was a heartbreaking reminder that tragedy can strike any family, regardless of success or status. 3 innocent lives were lost. A son was convicted of their murders, and a family that once represented hope and opportunity became forever linked to one of Australia's most notorious criminal cases. Whether remembered for its meticulous investigation, its shocking courtroom revelations, or the painful questions it continues to raise, the Gonzales family murders remain a powerful reminder that the truth is often far more complex than first appearances.